Alrighty, well, this is kind of a different setup than I normally do. I have a spectrometer going here, which measures the pitch, kind of the frequency, I guess. Not really the frequency; it's the pitch. I don't know. I forgot. But I was kind of curious because I noticed that it's been a while since I want to set aside some voice training time. And there was a comment from someone who was really kind of cool. He said something about, the people come in all shapes and sizes and, of course, voices. And that's true. But I think that the more that I use my voice, and I need to get back into exercising and stretching out the muscles and whatnot, but I really, really need to get back into my throat. And they made a comment about, your autonomous voice that you don't really think about. I think they said your autopilot voice, which is very true. Again, kind of when something happens, and you're like, oh, you get surprised and whatnot. So, I don't know, we'll see. It's not going to hurt to practice, but anyway, so what I did is, I'm watching my voice on the spectrograph, and it tells me the average, which for me is somewhere around G3 to A2. And when I originally, excuse me, let me clear my throat. When I started to do the voice training, I was trying to get my voice to be in the D4 range, which is a little bit higher. I'll see if I can get it, if you'll bear with. Let's see. Okay, that's a little bit sharp, according to the meter here, but that's really what I was kind of shooting for. And my voice originally, if you have a pitch pipe or whatnot, was it's an A2, okay? Go to your piano and hit the A2 key and listen to that. That was my voice. That's kind of where I started from. And really over time, I've kind of raised it up. But, my thought somewhat is the more that I use it and the more that I practice, and again in public, and, much like I think dressing and presenting yourself in public, the more you do it and the more comfortable you get, and, your voice, especially if you can get it in your throat, this is more in your throat as opposed, like this is in my throat, as opposed to the top of this is the top of really my mouth area. It's not really using the throat. Okay. But again, it's your own voice is going to be your voice. It's like your style, your personality. And, it kind of reminds me of, everyone's voice is kind of like the temperature being room temperature, that it's like saying your voice, the room temperature is not room temperature enough. It needs to be room temperature. It's your own voice. You are setting the bar for what it is. And so, whether you talk low or you try to talk high and you get into that, your muscle memory, again, if you get into your throat. I got a cat. It's about to walk. Thank you. Thank you very much. Hi. You can help me out? But anyway, so I'm going to read, and I'll watch the video back, but I also want to watch the spectrograph here. The other thing that I kind of have talked about in the past is your monotone. Again, as I think the guys, when guys talk, we kind of give this plateau. Oh, this is my cat, I am very happy. Whereas if, I talk to a girl, it's like, oh my gosh, I went out, and could you believe, it's it can be over the top, okay? But I think, again, if you get into it and you feel it and you're expressing yourself and you're getting excited and your voice is going to go up or it's going to go down, you know, again, it's as long as you're authentic, I don't think it's fake, but anyway. So, got spectrograph going on here, got a nice warm cup of coffee and a cat, and I'm going to read a little bit of Anne of the Green Gables, which has been a long time since I read it, but it's in public domain here. So this is a cold read. I've not read the text yet. Here we go. Mrs. Rachel Lynde lived just where the Avonlea Main Road dipped down into a little hollow, fringed with alders and ladies' eardrops and traversed by a brook that had its source way back in the woods of the old Cuthbert place. It was reputed to be an intricate, headlong brook in its earlier course through the woods, with dark secrets of pool and cascade, but by the time it reached Lynn's Hollow it was a quiet, well-conducted little stream, for not even a brook could run past Miss Rachel Lynde's door without due regard for decency and decorum. It probably was conscious that Miss Rachel was sitting at her window, keeping a sharp eye on everything that passed, from books, brooks, and children, and up, and that if she noticed anything odd or out of place, she would never rest until she had ferreted out the whys and wherefores thereof. Wow, sounds like Miss Rachel Lynde needs a hobby, don't you think? Anyway, so that's, again, that's a cold read of that. And, okay, I'm boring the cat. But again, as I'm talking, I want to use my throat. I want to stay in my throat because that's where my voice is. Again, they talk about the autopilot. There's a knock at the door or whatnot. You want to be able to, you want to go with it. And again, I walk around the grocery store and I talk to myself and I try to engage, I need to work on that, engaging other people that I don't know so that I feel comfortable talking and whatnot. So anyway, so we'll see how this sounds. And this may be the end of this video, so we shall see. Yeah, that sounds good. I don't know what day it is. I think it's day 139, but it doesn't matter.